This is the plaintiff, Robert Bucella. He says he and the defendant lived together for a while, but the guy developed some cash flow problems, and he was forced to bail him out. He loaned him money. He covered his rent and utilities, and the ingrate now refuses to pay him back. Well, he's done trying to chase him down and is suing him here and now in this court for the $3,500 he's owed. This is the defendant, Christopher Perez. He says he doesn't owe the plaintiff any money, and the guy's crazy if he thinks he does. When he moved out, he begged him not to tell the landlord so he could keep the place on his own. Now, a year later, he's trying to sue him in court for rent and money he says he borrowed? Come on, man. He's accused of roughing up a roommate.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket. These litigants lived together, and the plaintiff says the defendant got into financial trouble, borrowed money, and then stiffed him. But the defendant says the plaintiff is making it up. It's the case of get a roommate.
Robert Bucella?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You and the defendant were roommates?
Correct.
So how long had you known each other?
Oh, 6, 8, maybe as much as 9 months before we moved in together.
Okay. And according to you, there were a series of loans because your business was having a little cash flow problem. Is that true?
That was partially correct, yes.
Okay. Now, according to you, through a variety of different loans at different times, the sum would go up, would go down, and in the end was $1,465.36, correct? Do you agree or disagree? I know that you have a position that that it should be wiped out because of other things that happened later,
right.
But are you in agreement that at one point it was $1,465.36 that you owed him?
I agree.
Okay. Now let's talk. So you guys lived together how many months?
I believe we moved in the end of April or the beginning of May in 2018.
Okay.
And Mr. Perez moved out, I believe it was January 1st of 2019.
What made you decide to move out? Because the lease would have gone on until April or May, when there were still several months left on the lease.
It was a 2-year lease, Your Honor.
Oh, a 2-year lease. Okay.
I have it here if you need to see it.
What made you decide to move out?
There was a series of events, but mainly is that I had to leave to go back to Colorado, where I'm originally from, to handle some personal issues, and I was going to be gone for 3 to 6 months. So therefore, I wasn't going to be able to pay the rent while I was there.
Well, right, but that's a you problem. That's not a him problem. He's suing you for 2 months of rent because according to him, it took him 2 months to find another roommate.
I understand.
So
that.
why wouldn't he be right? What discussions did you have with him at the time?
I had a discussion with him, and I told him that I would be going to the leasing office and breaking the lease or paying 3 months worth of rent to remove my name from the lease. And he had asked me, please don't do that because he doesn't make enough money to cover the lease, so therefore they would not let him stay there.
Okay, did you guys have that conversation?
Yes.
Okay, because of course, if he went to the leasing office, then that would alert them that there's a problem, and then they might tell you, you need to get out. All right, so did the two of you arrive at any agreement in return for not going to the leasing office? Okay, now, what would make you think that the requests don't go to the leasing office means, because the leasing office was going to charge you a few months anyway to get out of the lease. So what about that request makes you think that you get to just break a 2-year lease and have zero penalty? Because you know the leasing office would give you a penalty. You were willing to pay that to get out. Right. And what he's asking is probably less than what they were saying because he's asking for the 2 months that it took him.
So if a roommate has personal issues and has to move out of state, can he break the lease and not have to pay anything?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Just break the lease?
Depends on the contract.
Does it?
No.
Huh?
No.
He cannot break he can't.
He can't.
Okay. Who's going to be the tiebreaker here? You tell me.
I would say no.
Because?
Because, like, I don't know.
Say no because he signed the lease and he's bound.
Okay. No, because he signed the lease and he's bound.
That's really good. Yeah. It's really smart going inside the courtroom.
He had told me that he was going to find somebody else to move in and leave my furniture, like bedroom furniture and stuff like that. So if he does find somebody, they can just move right in.
Okay, we'll talk about the furniture in a minute.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm just talking, he's suing for several things. The first thing he's suing for is the rent, and I'd like to finish that. Why would you think that you are just because you didn't go to the leasing office, where you know, because you've testified, there would have been a 3-month penalty, that you magically have 0 penalty. Yes, he went out and tried to get a roommate, but what do you think that who you're going to live with is somebody just, we find him on Craigslist the next day? I mean, that's not how it works. You know, it might take you a while to find somebody, because he thought his living situation was set up for 24 months, and you changed your mind. So, all right, now, what is the late fees for January and February? Prove that you paid them.
I'd have to get my phone out. I could prove that I pay them because I still live there.
I don't care. That's not proof that you paid late fees.
Can I
You
take
could have
my phone out and turn it on, Your
with
Honor?
someone. Sure.
Thank you.
You're going to need to prove them if you want to collect them.
Okay.
Now let's talk about the loan. According to you, you agree with the amount, but you say that that's more than taken care of by the furniture that you left behind. Tell me about the furniture that you left behind.
Well, I had originally a couch and an area rug that his dog went to the bathroom all over, and the rug had to be destroyed or thrown away. And the couch was a white couch, was completely trashed, so I had to get rid of that. So I got a new couch that I left at the house. I had a kitchen.
What does new mean? How long before that?
It was, I had traded like a chainsaw for the couch, but it was used.
That's not new.
It was used. It was used.
Okay.
But
New to
it was
you.
new to us.
Right,
Yes.
right.
And then
Do you have a picture of it?
I
do you
do
have a
not.
picture of any of the furniture you left behind?
I do not.
Because I imagine it doesn't fit in the overhead compartment, right? You're going back to Colorado. It's in your best interest to leave all that stuff behind. You
Well, I
don't
mean,
wanna
I could have put it in a storage unit with the rest of my
You
stuff.
could have, and then you pay storage fees.
But also, I left a kitchen table, a bedroom set. I had 2 bedroom sets there. I took one with me, and I left one for him, for
You
his
took
new
one with you
roommate.
where, to Colorado?
No, to the storage.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Did you ever have a discussion with him where he said, okay, we're square because you're leaving me the furniture?
No.
All right. I don't know why you would think that that means that your debt is extinguished. Now, I am going to give you 24 hours to give me proof that you paid the $300 in late fees. If you can prove that you paid them, I will order that as well. Right now, based on what I am listening to, I am ordering you to pay the 2 months of rent. That's $1,400. I'm also ordering you to pay the $1,465.36. And I'm asking you the $334.64 in interest charged on the loan. Where do you get that from?
In the state of Florida, Your Honor, you're allowed to charge 20%.
Yeah, but
on
your
a loan.
math is off by a long shot. So we will calculate prejudgment statutory interest from January of this year. Good luck, folks.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So the plaintiff prevails. He's going to get basically what he was suing for. Mr. Perez, what are you thinking about right now?
I just wish for the best for the plaintiff. That's all.
That's it?
That's it.
You're not mad that he brought you into court?
Absolutely not.
Really? Interesting. Do you agree you owe him the money?
Apparently, according to
The
the judge,
judge
I do.
does, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much. You must sign some documents. All right, Mr. Bacella. Well, he seems to agree he owes you the money. Sorry, you had to bring him to court to do it. Couldn't get him to pay you.
No, I tried for over a year, and when push came to shove, I had to file the paperwork.
Glad you did.
Now I am.
Now you are, yeah. Okay, good enough. Well, congratulations. Thank you very much. You must sign a few documents out there. That'll do it. Harvey, what do you think?
Okay, I know this sounds a little uncomfortable, but it's so important. When you move in with a roommate, establish the financial ground rules and honestly get it in writing.